It was so convincingly real-looking that I was almost certain that it was his true skin. The most convincing part of his costume by far, however, were the metal bolts that stuck firmly out of each side of his neck. It looked as though precise surgical slits had been used to implant the bolts, and each wound dripped with a black, tar-like substance that ran all the way down the length of the boy's neck. His expression was absolutely deadpan, and I couldn't help but take notice that my mother had seemed to straighten out and tense up from the moment he arrived on our doorstep. "Trick or treat," I heard him drag out. My mother responded with a frantic, "Oh, but of course, boy, please allow me," as she poured an entire bag of Tootsie Rolls straight into the pillowcase. As the last wrapped delicacy fell from its packaging, I watched, dumbstruck, as she then proceeded to pour an entire bag of dots into the pillowcase as well. Then bazooka gum, then Mary Jane's. She emptied every bag of candy she had been saving that year into the pillowcase, which all the while remained completely flaccid. Once the candy had completely run out, the kid simply turned around and stepped off the porch. My mother breathed a sigh of relief and shot me an exhausted-looking smile before taking me by the hand and leading me to my bedroom, where, just like every Halloween, she'd lie with me and we'd dream until November. First for 10 years, this tradition continued, and with each year, I saw a new version of this child. I say child because child he remained. Never aging even a day, his skin remained smooth, and his hair stayed the same, radiating blonde, changing only his costume. Each Halloween, there he was again, face present and body hidden, that is, until Halloween. 1967, earlier that year, my mother had lost her waitressing job uptown, leaving her and me reliant entirely upon tips from a single restaurant. I picked up a paper route during around mid-August and hustled every day to chip in wherever I could. Unfortunately, with income cut in half for a few weeks, as was the supply of decor, and more importantly, candy, my mother tried the best she could to scrape together as much as possible, but I could tell by the worrisome look that grew ever more present in her face. With each passing week, she knew it wouldn't be enough. When Halloween night finally arrived and the hour drew later and later, we heard the dreaded footsteps climb the steps of our front porch. Step, 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 then the knocking. 3 slow rhythmic knocks.